Hey guys, it's Katie Kate on the Homestead. It's a beautiful morning here on Boxing Day in the country. I'm just out starting my chores, getting some much needed fresh air. So today I want to respond to the comments of a video that I posted a couple of weeks ago that I titled Gen X is Fed Up. And I'd like to say that the response, not only in views, but also in comments to that video is quite unprecedented. I've never had a topic that has elicited so much response. So first and foremost, I really want to thank everybody who took time out of their lives to post a comment and share their story on that video. At the time of shooting this today, I think there's 4,500 comments on that thread, and only a handful of them are really haters. I have spent every morning for the past couple of weeks having my cup of coffee in the morning and going through the comment section, reading everybody's story, and I mark it with a little heart when I have read it. Now, my intention initially was to find the time to go back and respond to everybody's story personally, but the way that it's going, that's just not going to happen because it's going to be just more time than I have, considering all the things I have to do around here. So this is why I'm posting today. The other reason is what I've realized from reading all of these comments is that this has become so much bigger than me. And the fact that you guys are sharing your stories and finding comfort in hearing, that other people are in a similar state of mind is more important than really, even my personal response. It's not often that I post something personal like that on this channel. This YouTube channel is really about homesteading life. It's about my daily in and out, what I do. Half the time I shoot a video before I post it, I think, is this even interesting? And then I tell myself, well, this is what I did today, and this is what my channel is about. So that's what I share. There is the odd time when I'll make it a bit more personal. Maybe there hasn't been a lot of work to share that day and something's been on my mind, so I just one off and I'll shoot a little story time. That's what that video was. Now for me, the beautiful thing about that video is that it really helped me to connect to not only like-minded people, but also people who are sincerely interested in living a simpler and sustainable life. So you're my people, you are my audience. There are always going to be topics that turn people off, and yesterday's topic was one of them. Not everybody wants to know about the traps that I set in my coop or the things that I have to do. But at the end of the day, it is the reality of living here, and it is my obligation to be authentic and transparent and share what this is all about. Now back to responding to everybody's stories. I'm overwhelmed, that's to say the least. And it is comforting to feel like there are people feeling the same way. It has come up that this is very typical of aging and that every generation goes through this. I'm not sure that I saw my parents and grandparents checking out or feeling as burned out as our generation seems to be. The other thing is, when I was talking about making this lifestyle change for years, I was fascinated with what people wanted to do with the rest of their lives. So I was going around to all my clients asking them, what do you see your future as? Maybe when your kids are grown. And most people I know just talked about downsizing their big house, buying a condo in an urban center where they're close to amenities and theaters and restaurants and shopping and living that life. So it was apparent to me that not everybody wants to do this. And that's okay, because the world would be a really boring place if everybody wanted the same thing, and the country would be way too crowded if everybody wanted to be out here. So that's okay. Other people have different opinions and different ways that they want to live their life. But for all the people that I talked to, there really wasn't anyone who had the same ambition as me. So it does just make you feel like you're kind of weird or kind of alone. I do think it's really wrong to be made to feel like just because we want a simple, quiet, perhaps reclusive life, that there's something wrong with us. And listen, it's not that I have no friends. I counted this morning, 5 friends right now, each from one chapter in my life. I have a friend from high school. I have a friend from my punk rock days. I have a friend from my football wife life. I have a friend from my personal training world. And then I have a new friend out here. So it's not like I've completely cut myself off from anyone that I can talk to. I also do have 2 children that I have a really good relationship with. So my life is still pretty full. It's just not oversaturated. And that's kind of the point I was trying to make. So listen, there's nothing wrong with us. It's okay. Look at how many people feel the way we do. And just because we're a minority doesn't mean we've got mental health problems, or, the other thing people talk a lot about is, oh my God, you're going to die alone. You know what? We all die alone. What if you get sick? I don't know. I can't plan contingency plans. I can't build a life full of superficial relationships for fear that I'm going to be sick and alone. Those cards will play out. Let them fall where they may, and I'll figure it out. At the end of the day, those 5 friends that I have are probably the ones that are most likely to come through for me in a crisis anyway. So I think that's all I really wanted to say. I'm sure it's a little bit disjointed. I'm just going to post it the way I shot it. I'm going to get on to some chores here, get on with this day. They are calling for 15 millimeters of rain in 2 days. And if this washes away, I'm going to be a sad homesteader. So until next time, happy, healthy living. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting my little channel. And I appreciate all of your insight and all your comments and all your subs. And yeah, appreciate you very much. So stay happy, stay healthy, stay kind. I'm Katie Kate on the Homestead. And I'll see you later.